legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In this video I am going to be setting up our July budget for July 2022. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm starting with opening my July monthly budget, and it's going to be a digital one. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to open it on my computer, and then I'm also going to walk you through what the plan is that I've written out first, because there are a lot of moving parts to a budget. It is simple to start. You just write out your income based on the last 3 months history. If you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, whatever it is, write out the minimum income that you expect to receive, and then also go ahead and list out all of your bills, all of the fixed expenses that you need to pay in order to live, and then start looking at how much you need for spending, how much you need for groceries. Again, going back to 3 months worth of expenses, pull your bank statements and check to see how many times did you eat out, how many times have you spent on a gift, how many times have you hit the grocery store up, have you ordered online, that sort of thing. And then you can find out how much you'll need for your spending. So I'm going to record my screen and share with you how I'm setting it up. That way you can see that it's really easy to set up a monthly budget. And whether you like pen and paper like me, or you prefer doing it simply digitally, there are options for you on my website. So the focus for us for this month, first, our income, $4,000. And this is my pre-plan, you guys. This is how I broke the entire thing down, so you don't peak too fast. $4,000 income, right, from our main income. July has 5 Fridays and we get paid every Friday. So that means this is the minimum we can expect to receive in a golden month, which is what I call months that have more than 4 paydays. $540 minimum in side income is what we are expecting. So that means our total income expected for the month of for July is $4,540. And I broke that down here. So that means our minimum tithe is expected to be $500. Next month's bills will get $1,800. Cash will get $500. That means all of our cash envelopes, savings challenges, everything related to the household that we spend in cash. We plan to invest $200. The emergency fund plan is to get $400. Our cushion, which is our checking account buffer, $400. And that's so we can buy groceries, we can give, randomly, and anything else that could come up. Our rent increase. Now, our rent went up by 15%, so we plan on putting $200 there. And then also, I broke down basically how much money I would expect to stuff in those envelopes, and I broke down the paychecks by week based on the minimum. So this is how I decided where to put the side income, because that's not guaranteed, right? It depends on how much we work, our side income, our side hustles, so to speak. So annual bills, challenges, our purpose funds, those are our short-term savings. So that additional need of $540 is where that side income came from, because that is the minimum that we expect to receive so that we can take care of what was missing, okay? And for our purpose funds, we're going to focus on our renter's insurance, which is due at the end of the year. We always pay that in full. And Christmas, because Christmas will be here like same time every year, so we want to make sure we're still putting money there. Also, wellness and back to school will get some money as well. And then, of course, we need to make sure we're still saving for these important things, okay? So that's how I pre-planned it. And now we can go ahead and look at where the money is going on my monthly budget via Excel. So this is the monthly budget plan for July again. So our main income, which is the W-2 income, is expected to be $4,000. And that's the bare minimum. So for our side income, we're expecting $540. And I'll just create a formula here to calculate the total of all of the income we expect to receive, so that way I can see it and you can see it to get a visual as I move throughout this budget. All right, let me know what you think about this. Again, this monthly budget spreadsheet is available for digital download on my website, TashaLovesLife.com. I'll leave a link in the description box. And of course, it's also downloadable as a PDF. And we are 1 month ahead of our expenses. So the bills that I'm going to list out in a moment are going to be what we plan to save for August bills. Okay, so we already saved for July's bills in June. So I'm pretty much writing out what our minimum expected amounts to be for these certain fixed expenses. So the number that you see here is actually what I talked about in my pre-plan, and that's next month's bills, $1,800. So I'm just going to write out our rent, or type in our rent, $1,200. Right now, the rent is $1,200. It is going to increase in September, so we're going to save for that separately. Geico is $65. We give a special offering every single month now, and that's $60. Our electricity bill is planned at $50. Our Spectrum is just internet, no cable, no landline. It's $55 per month. We have 2 life insurance policies that we're paying now, and we budget $69 per month for that. For Metro PCS, that was $94. We added a line, so now it's $115. I do need to do some research to see if I can get a cheaper plan somewhere else, though, because we want to cut costs as much as possible. And National Grid, we were putting $193 aside every month, but you can see I'm $7 over. So this total here should be $1,800, not $1,807. So I'm going to switch National Grid to $186, and that brings our next month's bills total allocation to $1,800. So I hope that's clear and makes sense. It's really nice to be a month ahead. So our emergency fund savings, $400. And we also have our taxable brokerage. So in the second quarter, of course, starting in July, we plan to put $600 in total towards investing. So that's $200 per month. Now, this is where the rent increase comes in. I'm saving $50 per week, which totals $200 per month, so that we can be able to be ahead of the increase when it comes in September. So my hope is, if we stick to this plan, we'll have 3 months of the increase already set aside. All right, now annual bills, this is where we're saving for all those annual subscriptions and like Microsoft, Amazon Prime, things like that. That's $40 for the month. All right. And I think we also need to come down to miscellaneous, because we're taking out cash, and we have our purpose funds. You would know them as sinking funds, but we're going to be putting money aside towards 4 of our funds in the month of July. So we do have 10, but we're going to put aside money for 4, so I have to change that, and I will momentarily. So $300 is the budgeted amount. So if you notice also, on the plan side, every time I type in a line item, it automatically fills it in on the actual side. So when you're ready to close out your monthly budget, all you need to do in the Excel worksheet is to type in your actual numbers. You don't have to retype the categories over again. So I hope that's a helpful piece of
something for you. I hope that's helpful for you guys. Okay, cash spending. So I believe that should be $500. So I'm going to need to update that. And I want to make sure that we put in our tithe because our giving is important. So even though it's not at the top, it is the priority for us because we do believe in giving, and we give first and then we save and invest and pay bills after that. So our tithe, monthly budgeted $500, could be more, but that's the minimum that we expect to pay. So at least we give, so at least we have that understanding. Challenges, $100, and you see here we have $600 remaining. So there's a budget check at the bottom. It automatically tells you how much you're allocating for each category. So I need to go back through all of the monthly bills, all of our savings, all of our miscellaneous to see where I might have made a mistake and I need to add more to a category, or if I missed any categories. So at the bottom of each section, or each bucket as I like to call it, it'll show you how much is allocated for that section. So cash spending should be $500. So I just changed that. And I also may need to increase how much is going to the emergency fund if I didn't already. So we are going to be allocating that $300 to only 4 of our purpose funds. So now the remaining balance we have left to budget is $500. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to check again because now we have more money that we can allocate, which is a good thing, right? So we're not done yet. So we could save more, we could invest more, or we could put more towards our bills. So what's missing is the cushion. So we're going to put $400 towards our cushion. And now we have $100 left to budget with, and I think I am going to add this to the emergency fund so that we can make sure we have a zero-based budget. Every single dollar gets an assignment. So here's a quick look at our final budget check. Income $45.40, bills $1,800, savings $940, and miscellaneous $1,800. So what I'm doing is I'm going to subtract our bills, savings, and miscellaneous contributions from the estimated income just to give a extra check to make sure that there is a zero-based budget. This is just to show you that you can customize this spreadsheet. You can basically follow these simple formulas. Type in the cell of where your income is and subtract it from the adjacent cells, and there is 0. We have a zero-based budget. All right, one of my favorite parts about budgeting is checking our interest. So our bills is 39% of our budgeted monthly income. Our savings of $940, we're going to divide that by the 4540, and that's 20% of our budgeted income. And of course, miscellaneous is 39% of our budgeted income. So now we are finished. So that's the entire video. Again, remember, this here is my pre-plan. So this is how I write it out on this in this Doctorate notebook. And this notebook is I purchased from Cloth and Paper. It's very minimal. It's very beautiful. I love it. And this is what I do before I take out my monthly budget worksheet. I didn't get to print it before I filmed this video, but this is what it looks like. And I'll write it out and I'll decorate it. And this is what I'll use to track our paychecks every week, our paycheck budgets. So I start here, then I fill out the monthly budget on Excel or in Excel, and then I write it out here once I have all my numbers straight. So that's our budget for the month of July. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.